Yo guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make your game go from this to this. So before we get into the filter settings, we're going to go and open NVIDIA control panel on the desktop. These settings are going to give you some more FPS and make your game smoother. So go on manage 3D settings, you'll see it here and this will show up. I'm not going to go through these individually, but you guys can slow the video down or pause it and just put on all of my settings and your game will start to run a lot smoother. Alright, now we're going to show you the in-game graphics settings, which will give you the most FPS in-game. Starting with the display, you're going to want to put display mode on full screen for less input lag, but I play borderless at the minute just for the recording purpose. I'll go through these slowly and I'll highlight any key ones that are important, and I'll make sure you guys are fully aware. NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I have mine on enabled plus boost. This is for 1080p. Now if you play on 1440p, you're going to want to play on enabled. For me, I play 1080p, so I play on enabled plus boost. Then if we go to quality, I'll go through all these again and highlight any important ones. So field of view, you're going to want to play on affected. Camera movement, you want it on 50%. You don't want your camera shaking all over the place, which is on default 100%. Render resolution, you want this on 100. Everything else you want on low or turned off. Like me, I have everything pretty much off or disabled. On-demand texture streaming, you're going to want to disable that. It's going to stop the game downloading textures in the background whilst playing. The anti-aliasing, this actually takes away FPS. If you're really struggling with FPS, you want to turn this off. For me, I put it on 1x just so the game doesn't look too bad. Another important one is the cache spot shadows and cache sun shadows. You're going to want to enable these two. Make sure you don't disable. A lot of people don't realise, but these two actually give you more FPS. If you're on console, there's two things you can do, which is set the color blind to deuteranopia and also change the brightness to 52, and that is it for the graphics settings. Everything's pretty much disabled or turned off except the few settings that I mentioned. You should have those enabled. Now for the in-game NVIDIA filter settings, to make your game go from this, make it a lot more vibrant when you use these filters. As you can see, the visibility increases by a lot. I'm going to show you again when it's like off inside. So if you scroll down here, you can see the stairwell is quite dark, quite hard to see maybe, and if you turn the filter settings on again, you see how much it brightens up dark areas, so it's very good for visibility. Go on the rooftop once more and I'll show you guys the difference. So this is with it on, and then this is going to be with the filters off. Just makes it a lot more clear and a lot more crisp. I'm going to show you guys the numbers. Firstly, you're going to want to add colour. You're going to want to put tint color to 35%, tint intensity to 10%, temperature at 0, vibrance 76, and brightness and contrast is the next filter you want to add. You want to put exposure to 0, contrast to 15%, highlights to minus 60%, shadows to minus 80%, gamma at 0, and then you're going to want to add details. Put the sharpen to 75%, clarity at 76%, HDR toning at 26%, and then bloom at 0. That is the end of the filter settings video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like. I'm going to be posting every 3 days. It will help me massively. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.